Divisional round pickups. YouTube Ozic going the Goat House is back. We are back with playoff pick'ems every single week, and we got a good slate of games. What are you looking for?
I didn't get the quarter zip memo.
Quarter zip. Yeah. You got a zip going.
You guys are both in quarter zips. I gotta get. Let me know next time.
I was gonna put my Irish logo down here, but then I thought I would curse them for the national championship, just like what happened with my Vikings last week. We're not going to talk about it. Embarrassing. But I decided to get everyone's Super Bowl prediction right now and put that logo down there. And we all happen to have a team
Chiefs.
from the AFC.
What a loser.
All the top teams from the AFC. Junior has the Bills. Currently, I have the Chiefs. I know a lot of us don't want a lot of people don't want the Chiefs to win because they're sick of it. But, to witness an historic three-peat would be something at the same time. And we'll see how they play this week. And then Pete's got the Ravens. That kind of spoils who you guys are picking in that game. But there's your leaderboard for the playoffs. Here is our regular season champion, Cameron Campos. Since he won the regular season, his picks will be in all the playoff videos. And then I decided to tweet something for our subs, and the first person that responded got to be in. That was a lot of fun. I got to do that more often. They're in the picks this week. So we got two guests joining us, along with Old Yeller and us picking. I think we're just ready to stop rambling. And
you should do like a trivia question.
That's a good idea. So we have. We're getting into those picks.
Whoa!
What?
Over the leaderboard.
I said the leaderboard. I said it. Pete's in the. I
literally
said it. I literally said it.
This stuff?
I think so.
I don't know.
I said it.
There's a
leaderboard.
Yeah,
Pete's in the league.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Cameron Campos.
We have 4 games to go over. Next video will be score predictions for all these games. I'll have a bunch of off-season coaching videos rolling out, already up on the channel, playoff content. At the end of this video, after we get through the 4 games, we're going to play a fun game that we've been playing, a fun little segment. Guess who said it? It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Texans, Chiefs, 4 versus 1.
This game is going to be terrible.
You think so?
I think the Texans are going to get – I'll be PG here. They're going to get their poop pushed so far in.
All right,
it's going to be bad. I mean,
right.
And you said me and Pete kind of gave up who we're picking. Didn't you also give up who you're picking?
Well, this one was the game. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. If you didn't know, this game is a little more obvious. What if the Texans won? What if they did it?
That'd be crazy.
If it wasn't for the turnovers, the defense looked really good last week against the Chargers, but the Chiefs are a different animal. They had to rest. They got the rest. They got Mahomes. They got
some guys.
They got some guys. They have so many weapons right now. We know the defense will play well. They're at home.
If Houston wins this, they're winning the Super Bowl.
You think so?
No.
Okay. Texans defense is great. The pass rush is great. And the 2 corners and the 2 edge rushers, phenomenal, unreal. And they have more than just that, but if you have those good of players in those spots, you can do it. So they have some sort of shot here, but the offense needs to take care of the football. Stroud's got to play a little bit better here, but give me the Kansas City Chiefs. Well rested, just too good at home in the cold, Kansas City.
I don't like what Houston's doing on offense, and I don't know if it's the way it is because of the injuries, but I just don't like. I don't like with their game plan.
Yeah,
it's like these weird dink and dunks that it's not even like you're trying.
You want to switch to them?
No. You're not even scheming someone open. You're just giving the second you snap the ball, you're throwing the ball to somebody just that takes 2 steps, and now they're right in front of the linebackers. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we'll put Yeller over there on the Chiefs. I'm gonna guess that Pete's taken, right?
Yeah, as your picks leader, guys, I
thank you.
Highly encourage you to take the Chiefs in this one.
Thank you.
That's just my sound advice here as your picks leader.
The picks winner of the regular season, one of us was me, but I meant in the league was Cameron Campo after a monstrous season, and he's actually tied with Pete in the playoffs 4-4. He is taking the Chiefs, and I like he has specific takes here. Chiefs in overtime. Mahomes struggles against the Houston defense. Interesting stuff. He had some good takes last week, except for the Vikings in a snot pounding. That was god awful. He had
the snot pounding part, right?
Yeah, he did. That's true.
Well, okay.
So don't we have another guy?
I just stopped crying about it, and we brought it up.
Sorry, you brought it up.
That's true. Yeah, we have another guy. Just a random Twitter subscriber.
What's this guy's name? What's his name?
His name is Matthew, and he's taking the Texans.
Oh, he's a wild boy.
Smoking Jay Cuddy. I love it. So, yeah, we have Twitter subscribers on Twitter or X, and I just decided, I thought of it. I'm like, I'm going to post, first person to comment, boom, you're in the picks video. You're in the news. And here you are.
I don't like this kid already. I don't like his attitude.
Well, he's got Cutler.
You got Smoking Jay.
Yeah, but he's taking Houston. This kid is he's reckless. He's trying to come in here and just shake us up.
Yeah.
And,
Shake us up.
He's not. We won't be shaken.
Yeah.
So it's a goat house guarantee with the four of us, including Old Yeller. But if we're talking about everyone here in the picks video, it is not a guarantee. Interesting.
Oh, he just goes by Matthew?
Matthew, yeah.
We're going to need more than that, Matthew. See, Cameron Campo gives us the full, we can really try to picture who this kid is. Matthew doesn't help us.
Start thinking of a trivia question for the Twitter subscribers or the X subscribers for next week.
Think of a trivia question?
Yeah.
You think my brain works like that?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be football related. It could be goat house. I don't know. It could be football related. Some random thing that I don't know. We're moving on to the second game. Here it is. The Commanders and the Lions. 6-1. What a matchup. In Detroit, Lions well rested, just like the Chiefs. Commanders pull off the upset against the Bucs. Jaden Daniels is feeling it right now. Offense is obviously pretty explosive. Detroit, how are they off the bye? Maybe the NFC North wasn't all that good. The Vikings look like shit. The Packers they didn't look that great during the year, to be honest, and they were sloppy as hell last game. Maybe. I'm not going to predict it for them to get upset, though. What?
Montgomery?
He's playing.
Playing?
I'm taking the Lions. Let me break it down for you, though. I took the Lions pretty quick. Usually I break it down and then I make a pick. I think the Commanders could be a little sneaky here, just for a couple of reasons. Offense is super explosive. Jaden Daniels is a very difficult game plan because how good he is of a player, but because of his legs as well. The Lions are beat up on defense, so just being very beat up on defense and having to deal with that type of quarterback, that alone's a little tricky. I think most teams can move the ball in the Lions defense, but specifically when you have a really good scrambling quarterback and you play as much man coverage as the Lions do, that usually equals bad for your defense. So I do think Jaden Daniels and company could be a little sneaky and explosive, put up points on offense. They're just still, young, inexperienced. They had a little bit of luck in the Bucs game. They've had some luck all year. Maybe they're just destined to win, but run defense is pretty bad, and the Lions will come in there and pound the football. I think they'll have success through the air as well, but they can control the game on the ground, and the Lions can score pretty much 40 points on anybody, it feels like. So they're definitely going to get at least close against the Commanders at home, well-rested, getting some guys back. Give me the Lions.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions too, but I think we're going to have a moment in this game where we go,
uh-oh.
Are the Commanders going to do it?
Are they going to do it?
They're not going to do it, but we're going to have that moment.
I could see that, or I could see the Lions just being up like 14-0 the second the game starts. I could also see that.
I think this is going to be closer than we think.
I think the Lions are going to jump out to a lead like we're talking about, but I also think their game plan after that is just to just milk the clock and not.
But that could work though.
I think that's the Lions' strategy here. I think they just want to limit the amount of times Jaden Daniels touches the ball, especially in the second half, because that's when he gets going, is in that second half of the games. You know what I was thinking about too? I was thinking about
switching to the Commanders.
No, but I did pick them
last week.
I did,
yeah.
And I was thinking about Jaden Daniels, my pre-draft evaluation. I was not very high on him. I like Drake May a lot more than him. And now I'm thinking, how did I not think he was going to be good? He just has that clutch gene in him. But what I was thinking about was the LSU Tigers being, what were they, 8-3 last year, and they had Jaden Daniels, the Heisman winner, who's going to win the Rookie of the Year. They had Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas.
Kelly.
And then I'm thinking about Notre Dame is in the national championship. I think it's just all Brian Kelly. I think Brian Kelly just stinks. That's my conclusion.
It's hard to believe because I thought he was a great coach when he was with the Irish, even though we couldn't win the ship with him. But not looking too good for big Brian Kelly there, I guess.
He's I can't win at Notre Dame. I can't get the big recruits. So he goes to LSU. He has the big recruits. These guys that are unbelievable, and he still can't win.
Garrett Nussmeier, the next guy.
Yeah.
I think he should have declared. We're off topic. Yeller's taking the Lions. Who's Matthew got? Matthew's crazy. He went with the Texans. He is going with the Lions, so no crazy one there. And the regular season champ.
What's this guy got for us?
Oh, he's covering Pete. He's going to take the Lions, so that's an absolute guarantee. He says Lions by 3. So another close one. He had the Chiefs by 3. He's got the Lions, or the Chiefs in the close one, overtime. Lions by 3. All the injuries on defense almost catches up to Detroit. That's also a thing I thought of, too. Like, I can also see us, like, what if they lose this game? What if Jaden Daniels is too much? The offense just absolute shootout. They're clutch at the end of games, and they win. I'm not counting on it, but what if it happens?
That's
And
why I
then
think their game plan is just, like Ben Johnson's always got. He's always got the tricks up his sleeves. They're gonna like come out with a great script, and they're gonna put up.
I believe it.
And I mean, the Commanders' defense did not look very good. Like the Bucks were moving the ball.
And the Bucks kind of just shot themselves in the Bucks.
So I think the Lions will have no
but
issue.
You didn't let me finish. Just what if? What if they win in a shootout just because the Lions defense can't stop them? We're all going to be going, well, I guess we should have saw it coming that if you're just that injured in the playoffs in a big game, like I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, so I could see the world of, around football saying that if the Lions do end up losing because of that. So it's a possibility, but I think we're all confident with Detroit, the experience, the matchup mainly. That's the key thing in this game. If I had to pick one thing that says the Lions, besides, home, rested, how much better they are, it's just specifically the Lions running game versus the Commanders run defense. Problem.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute problem. So
this one I was expecting, like this is the one Matthew should have been on the Commanders. Like how did the Texans get a pick?
Yeah, come on. You know what? Put Matthew on the Commanders.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Just move him over there.
What if the Vikings got the 1 seed? They'd be playing the Commanders right now. They'd be losing to the Commanders this week, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Okay. Just to make sure we're all in agreement on it. They would have to be. Everyone was like, well, they should have had the 1 seed or they were so close. Well, they probably lost still anyway.
So if you're Washington and win the toss, you take the ball?
I think you do. I think you That's
a tough one.
That's actually tough. I'm usually a defer guy these days. Seems to be working out for teams, but I think you take that ball.
Yeah, you take that.
I think Dan Quinn would do it, even though he's a defensive guy. I think he would take the ball.
He's a backwards hack guy. Definitely would.
I love Dan Quinn last week with the 4th downs. He missed on a couple, but he stuck to it. That was the plan. He knew he needed touchdowns, not field goals. He stuck to it, ended up paying off. I absolutely love that. I see too many coaches just changing their mind because they're getting scared. Piss is running down their leg. And they're contradicting themselves, and I don't like it. Dan Quinn, shouts out Dan Quinn. All right, we're going to the Sunday games, which are a little better in my opinion. The Rams, the 4 seed, going to Philly, taking on the 2 seed, the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me break this down for you guys here. The Eagles, they could have won that game against the Packers by about 50. The Packers started with a fumble. They were shooting themselves in the foot like crazy. They were awful. The Eagles could not capitalize. They finally did. They made some plays. They did enough. Defense, obviously made plays, was very, very solid. Goddard was a beast, mainly on that one play. But so to me, if the Eagles offense, like that Eagles offense shows up, they might lose this game because it's just not enough. And I don't think the Rams are going to turn the ball over nearly as much as the Packers. So that's one thing here. I do like the Eagles defense. Rams got to go to Philly in the cold. The last time these two teams played, it was close for a little bit. The Eagles pulled away, won by 17. Saquon Barkley ran for 255 yards. 255. Pretty absurd. So there's an obvious matchup issue for the LA Rams there. Good reason to maybe pick the Eagles. But they needed that 255 to pull away in that game. Let's just say Saquon probably has a good game in this one, but chances are he doesn't get 255. Chances are he's maybe not even that close, even though he has over 100 rushing yards in this game. So does that? To me, that changes the game completely. It means it's going to stay. It's probably going to stay close. The Rams' defense is a lot better since the last time they played. So things definitely could get interesting here. I also think the Rams put some good things on tape. They ran some against the Vikings. They ran some things that they normally don't. A lot of man, a lot of blitz. So the Eagles, are they going to be like, we got to watch out for that. We got to prepare for that. But Hurts struggles a little bit more in the passing game against zone. So I think the Rams will kind of go back to playing their zone defense. So there's maybe a matchup advantage for the Rams, you could say.
The Rams defense is like sneaky good.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it on paper, it's not.
They're so fast. They play so fast. And like this is going to be a good matchup.
Here's the thing, though. That Rams D-line looked elite, but it was against the Vikings O-line and Sam Darnold. Eagles' offense line is a little bit, and Hurts' scrambling ability. A little bit different of a challenge here, to say the least.
Some of those Darnold just stood there.
Yeah, he just stood there and took it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles here at home. It's not the glamour pick. I mean, I'm a big upset alert kind of guy.
You picked the Rams last week.
Yeah, I know.
Because Stafford better than Darnold. That
Right.
was a good call.
Do we know the status of Higbee?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think he was like spitting up blood. I saw today. That was the news today. So I don't.
That's crazy.
It's not
A
great. Do they
chest
need
injury?
Higbee to win? I don't think they need. I mean, he
He
made an
was going
incredible.
off.
Yeah, he made an incredible catch to get that first touchdown. But
That's tough for me because like they need. The Rams seem like they just kind of their offense is a little when it's fully complete that the playbook's wide open. When you're completely kind of taking out your starting tight end, you're kind of screwed. I know he was gone for the whole year, it's just till the end, but it's like someone that it just clearly they need that. McVay's system needs a good tight end, and we saw it yesterday. I mean, he went off in the limited time he played, but Eagles at home.
I think this is going to be way closer than people think, way closer than the spread. I think it could go either way. The deciding factor will be, well, yeah, the Eagles at home, but because I think the cold weather could be a factor when big factor for the Eagles is Saquon Barkley in the ground game, and they can control. They're so good at controlling the clock, so I think they win that way. But Hurts has got to step up a little bit. This offense got to step up definitely from the last game. I do think this could go either way, but I will take Philly. If this was in L.A., I'd take the Rams, but two seats in Philly, so I'll take the Eagles.
Give me the Eagles at home. They didn't really have to do much in the Packers game, and again, it was Hurts' first game back in a couple weeks. I think he got the rust out. They need to be able to throw the ball here. You got to get the ball to A.J. Brown. Yeah, just like the Eagles at home here. Their defense has been really impressive this year. The turnaround from last year to this year has been impressive.
Yeller's taking the Eagles. Regular season champ is, I'm looking for it,
Keeps just going
Eagles
down.
by 14.
Ooh,
Rams got lucky against the Vikings, is what he said. I'm not saying that before anybody freaks out. And Matthew is going to do it.
He's taking the Rams.
This is a good one. This is a
Yeah.
good upset
It's
pick.
decent.
It's a decent upset pick.
Texans, though.
He's
Not good.
He's got the Texans. He's got the Rams. Yep. That's what he got. That's what he has. There you have it.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
Now for the main event. Sunday night football. The 3 versus the 2. Ravens at Bills, round 2. During the regular season, they played each other, and the Ravens shellacked them in Baltimore at night. Now we're in the playoffs. Two teams that just come up short in these type of games in the past, but now they play each other. Someone's not going to come up short. Someone's going to that AFC title game, probably with the Chiefs. Another round with the Chiefs, perhaps. Maybe it's the Texans. Who knows? Matthew thinks so. But, yeah, so Pete had the Ravens as a Super Bowl prediction right now, so I'm going to put him by the Ravens. Care to break it down?
This is the year right here for
Tractor
Lamar.
Cito?
Yeah, and Tractor Cito.
Pete's just a huge Derrick Henry. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
I mean, he has a lot of success against the Bills, specifically. I don't think the Bills' run defense is very good. Just looking at the Titans' playoff teams that they had, like Ryan Tannehill was a really good regular season quarterback. When it came to the playoffs, he did not step up for them at all. Derrick Henry had to carry the team. They got Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, could be 3-time MVP after this game. That's the difference right there. I think Derrick Henry still has a good game, but also if you do just kind of start slowing him down, Lamar Jackson's going to make the plays. And their defense has greatly improved at the end of the season here. I like the Ravens. I think they're hot at the right time. I think they got the right players to do it this time.
And if you notice in the beginning of the video, Junior had the Buffalo Bills as a Super Bowl prediction. So Pete versus Junior right now. What was Junior got for the Bills here?
I mean, I think that the Bills are one of those teams that they can go up kind of big, kind of quick, and then all of a sudden you kind of take the Ravens' running game out of it. Like the Ravens are going to want to keep running the ball, but if they go down big early, they're going to be forced to kind of pass more than they would want to, more than their game plan will probably even have in it. But like Pete said, the run defense of the Bills does concern me, but I think this would be a kind of a cool one if they just kind of came out and said this winner of this is the MVP. Just let them both know, make it very clear. Winner of this
It's supposed
game
to be
is
a
MVP.
regular season award.
Right, but this is right when it's close like this, we got
Yeah.
two guys playing out of their minds. Winner of this game is the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of broke it down here. The Bills' only weakness really is stopping the run. The Ravens are dominant doing that. They dominated last time they played it, but like Junior said, there's been games this year where the Bills struggled to stop the run, but then all of a sudden they got up huge and it didn't even matter. Like the team has to pass and play catch up. So the start of this game is going to be everything, and I'm about to go against pretty much
Go crazy.
what I normally do. I'm usually all right. Remember this game during the regular season? Everybody and their mother was picking the Bills. I picked the Ravens at home prime time because of the matchup, and my gut is telling me go against the matchup this time. Take the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going to do that. I've been all over the Bills like you're an elite team, but you just can't stop the run, and usually that's a big problem in the playoffs. I feel like they've gotten a little bit better as against the run as the year went on. We'll see in this game, and this game's gonna be decided so early. My gut's telling me in Buffalo. I mean, that's a crowd right there. That's a crowd. That's an environment. Josh Allen maybe playing a little pissed off. Just seems like Lamar's getting more of the love right now. AP. All-American, All-Pro. I was in college football mode right there for a second. Maybe Josh Allen's a little pissed off and then plays like it at home and proves that maybe he is the MVP. So, again, I said it a million times, it's going to be how these teams start. I don't know if there's going to be a comeback in this game. If there was a comeback, I think the Bills are more likely to come back on the Ravens just because how rapidly they could score through the passing game. But I don't think there's going to be a comeback in this game. If someone gets a 2-score lead, they're going to win this football game. I'll say the Bills at home start hot. They can't. The beginning of the Broncos game cannot happen again against the Ravens. I know the Broncos scored right away, but then they didn't score again. So, but if they let the Ravens score right away and they go down, then I'm not feeling great about the Bills pick. But 50-50 game. This is an AFC title game type game, heavyweight matchup. Matchup says the Ravens just by X's and O's, but in Buffalo, Sunday Night Football. Josh Allen does it. That's my gut. They get a good lead. Another thing, too, Pete mentioned the defense has improved. Even since the last time these two teams played, the Ravens' defense has improved big time. That's a big factor in this game. I'm still wondering, like, I know it's a good defense, but, like, is this defense ready for the Bills? I'm actually thinking the Bills' offense makes the Ravens' defense look not as good as it's been recently. The Steelers were starting to score on them or move the ball downfield. I know they had a huge lead, but so that's something I'm looking for as well. Give me the Bills, but we don't know how these teams are going to come out and start. You can't come out flat. That's what's going to decide this game, not us on these picks. How these teams come out is going to decide it. Yeller has the Buffalo Bills. Let's see what the champ has. Champ's got the Ravens.
Ooh.
He's got the Ravens, and he said something. Let me put him over the graphics guy. Put him over there. Ravens by 10. Lamar beats Allen in a game where both QBs combined for 200 rushing yards. Ooh. And then we got Matthew. Bills as my winner.
Wow.
And there you have it.
Thank you, Matthew.
Matthew. Only 2 on the Ravens. They are favored. I think it's only 1.5. They are favored because the matchup says Ravens, but it's in Buffalo.
On the road, too. Wow.
In Campo again.
I mean, that's a good pick.
Here we go.
It's normally the pick I would make. That's why I'm kind of going against what I normally do. I'm usually just a straight matchup guy. I'm also, if you can't stop the run in the playoffs, you're playing against a team that can run. I'm usually just I'm run the damn ball type of guy. So it's just a kind of a gut feeling here. So I'll take the Buffalo Bills, but we are not done yet. We went through all the divisional round games, and we'll be back picking next week, but we are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen.
How long till we get the Super Bowl on the Saturday?
You think that's ever going to happen?
I would hope so. They would
Super
make
Bowl
so much
Saturday?
Yeah, they'd make so much more money. You got the whole week off beforehand. That way you don't got to go to work the next day.
I don't think it's ever going to happen, man. So we're playing it. Who said it? We guess which one of us said it. It's an old quote. This is created by our guy, AG. He does some phenomenal work here and have the genius
No Danny in there.
idea. No Danny in this one. This is Week 10, 2023, Unhinged edition.
Oh, God. What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm excited. So this is Colts versus Patriots in Frankfurt, Germany. So this was last year. Here's the quote. You know what my favorite part about the Germany games are? The grass stains on the jerseys. I think I missed that with so many teams playing on turf now.
That's
You just don't get it. And I mean, The Dolphins got a grass-stained jersey last week. Their jersey is so grass-stainable.
That's me.
This sounds like
That's a junior.
This
quote.
sounds like a Danny quote, but it's not.
There's no Dan.
There's no Dan in
Yeller
2023.
would never say this.
No.
So this is. We're all in agreement.
This is me.
This is absolutely. This is
I'm so stupid.
I'm so stupid. This is good material here.
Grass stains on the jerseys.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I missed that with so many teams playing on turf now. You just don't get it.
We knew it.
And, I mean, the Dolphins got a grass-stained jersey last week. They got their jersey so grass-stainable.
I think it slowed them down a little bit. I just like a little bit. It's like a little mud. It was like all serious to me. I don't know.
I mean, that's a serious problem.
It's a serious.
I said it like an idiot.
I
but
just
it's
went through it
serious.
like it was nothing.
Well, you're in news mode half the time now. When I say things like if Pete says something wild, you're gonna have a better reaction than if I do because it's expected.
Yeah, we just know.
That's a good point.
It's coming.
Detroit versus
The Chargers.
the Chargers. Detroit won 41-38, and he said, hopefully you guys read this one because all I'm going to say is this might be my favorite week for quotes that I just can't use. Tough dice roll, this one. Did I read that right?
Sure.
Quote, this should be a really good game. This should be, I think it's a test. Big test for both teams here. I like it. I'm gonna enjoy watching this one on Sunday.
Sunday.
I say Sunday a lot,
This
think
is
it's
you.
you, yeah.
This is you.
but it's such a stupid quote.
Story of my life. Thank you. Grass-stainable.
This should be a really good game. This should be. I think it's a test, a big test for both teams here. I like it. I'm
big test.
gonna enjoy watching this one on Sunday. We think it's me?
Yeah.
That's got to be me.
Who else says Sunday?
Yeah, I'm a pretty big Sunday guy.
That's you. It's got to be.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay.
Oh. Get her off the
Did
screen.
you know that
Get her off
Get
the
her
screen.
off the screen. It's almost done. But this should be a really good game. This should be a real. I think it's a test, big test for both these teams here. I like it. I'm gonna enjoy watching this one on Sunday.
That was it.
Thank you. Well, okay.
We're
Well,
2 for 2.
We're 2 for 2. This is
Yeah,
our
we're
best.
killing it.
We're killing it right now. We're killing it.
I
All right.
do.
You're due. Pete. This is Pete.
Browns, Ravens. Browns won 33-31. A lot of scoring there. The Browns were 1-7, and the Ravens were. Is that right? That's not right.
I don't feel like this is me, but
I think Lamar's going to stay healthy. I'm going to be optimistic here and say he stays healthy, okay? But then I'm not going to say who gets injured. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal, all right?
I don't think that's me.
I think
at all.
it's me.
It has to be you.
Yeah.
I think it's me.
You love that quote too.
I'm not that
Yeah.
guy, pal. All right. You ask a lot of questions too.
Are we just
Okay.
on fire right
and
now?
we just don't answer.
Yeah. He answers them himself. He just kind of just keeps going. He wants us to say right.
All
right.
from the same video. Wow.
I think Lamar's going to stay healthy. I'm going
Yeah.
to be optimistic here and say he stays healthy, okay?
Okay.
But then
Okay.
I'm not going to say who gets injured. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal, all right?
Not that guy,
I'm
pal.
gonna shake your hand.
What was that? That was good. That was good
I want
stuff.
to shake your hand. I missed that video.
All right.
We're 3 for 3.
We're on fire. Bye week.
Oh, it's gotta be Pete.
Do we have a few, right? That I didn't miss any. We're good. Bye week. Teams were the Rams, Dolphins, Eagles, and Chiefs. And here's the first quote. We have 3 quotes. Would you do a good tush push? How much you squat? What?
Somebody said this?
That's Judy.
No way.
Would you do a good tush push? How much you squat?
If I said this, I'm gonna feel so bad.
I think it could be me.
I don't know. I think this is a junior quote.
I'm gonna
Stop it, Pete.
I'm gonna say me.
I'm gonna go Riz because I don't want this to be me.
Do we guess all of them first and then listen?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay. Random moments this week was impossible. Quote is, yeah, Joey done did it. Joey keep doing it until he done with it. That's 100%
you.
me.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking the first one's not me.
I'm the first one.
It's definitely Junior.
No, why did I say that?
What is
No
this?
Pete.
This says who is person 1 and who is person 2. Long Peters? Are you kidding me? in the Call of Duty game of the week. Do you win Lone Peters? Oh, Lone. I thought I said Lone. Let me start over. Lone Peters? Are you kidding me? Do you win Lone Peters? I don't think it's a thing. And it says, no, he has not won a single Lone Peter ever. I think you're full of shit. But the Call of Duty wasn't out. But Call of Duty wasn't out then. I don't know what's going on here.
Pete has 0 quotes this week.
What
That's
is
not
this?
Pete. This is me.
Yeah, this has got.
Who is person 1 and person 2? I don't get it though.
I say the dumbest things.
Yeah, I think the first one was you, and then the second one was Riz.
But is this
and
2 people?
And then the third one was you.
I hope you talked about Lone Peters just
Yeah.
in third person.
Let's just listen. This is only
getting
the. I'm confused. Maybe just I don't know.
All right.
Would you do a good tush push?
Definitely.
Like if I was the quarterback.
Yeah. How much you squat?
But you got to know you're asking with that. Would you?
No, I wouldn't do a good tush push. Really.
No.
I just don't really
Where's the
squat.
rest of
I
them,
don't really
though?
Squat too much.
Should they
anymore.
make a rule to ban the tush push
Or squats?
or squats in general?
Yeah.
Ban squats.
Probably should, because I think a lot of every time you see a player in the offseason, like it's a video of the guy squatting 5 million pounds, that guy usually gets injured.
Not Jalen Hurts.
Not
so.
hurt. He's banged up right now.
Is it the squats?
But it's like usually Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett. All right, I don't know where we get the answers for the other one.
Maybe it's the whole video.
We gotta sit here and watch the whole video.
I mean, like that part. That's the timestamp you had.
Has anything changed? Would you do a good tush push
Right there.
now?
What about you click that?
What
What's
timestamp?
timestamp right there?
We know this was me. We don't need to hear me say it. That one was 100% me.
Lone Peters. I'm curious about this one though.
Wow.
Let's go.
Here, Lone
Wow.
Peters? Are you kidding
In
me?
the Call of Duty game of the week?
Do you win Lone
It's like
Peters?
both
I
of
don't
you.
think it's a thing. Okay, that's
No.
why I was person.
Oh, yeah.
I was
He's-
person
he's-
1.
he has
Junior was
not won a
person 2.
single Lone
I
Peter.
think
Ever.
I won a Falcons game earlier in the year by myself.
I think you're full of shit.
But
No, I don't
But the
think
Call of
you
Duty
won.
wasn't out then.
Yeah, it's
all of
worse. It's worse.
Lions and Chargers. The Chargers are starting to look. Well, okay.
Alright.
We got some more here. We got some more.
We got to get Pete involved.
Yeah.
Why is Pete not
Well,
involved?
maybe
I don't
Pete
have any
was
good
person
quotes.
2 on that. Grab bag 3. It could be Junior, Riz, Pete, Danny, or Old Yeller. Week 11, 2020. So that was a bit.
Wait,
that was
AG, here's a good idea. Make one that is just all one person. Secretly sprinkle that in.
Okay. Packers Colts in 2020, a while ago here. Here's the quote. We got a good one. We got a 50-50 game. We got offense and versus defense. We got offense and defense here.
Dan,
That's not Dan. That's
So
Dan.
This is Dan. What is that? What is he saying? We got a good one. We got a 50-50 game. We got offense and versus defense.
Could
we
be
got,
you too.
We got offense and defense. If this is me, I'm going to quit.
Quitting.
I'm quitting forever.
This is funny.
This was 2020, though.
COVID. year.
Colts, we got a good one. We got a 50-50 game. We got offense
He's quitting.
and versus defense. We got offense and defense here. I'd laugh at
Somehow I think
myself
we're all
at
gonna be
least.
choosing the same thing.
Do you think so?
Somehow.
God, I miss Dan.
Me and
on
Junior
here.
are taking the Packers.
I can't believe I said that. I
miss
laughed
good
at
old
myself,
Dan.
so I don't know if how serious that was. Well, alrighty.
All right.
In 2023, so last year, week 4, here is the quote. I feel like everyone is going to pick the same thing, and it's just going to be weird. I'm taking the Bills here. I just have a feeling it's going to be like one of those where it's like the Dolphins are 3-0, and they're like the best team in the league, but everyone is going to end up going with the Bills. I just have a feeling that's what's going to happen. This is tough. I could see it being any.
This.
It's definitely one of us three.
The quote is something else up there, guys.
What?
His
His
yeah.
What does it say?
summary.
It's something.
This was the say it with your chest game in an absolutely unprecedented alpha move. Riz challenged Junior to say it with your chest as Junior was about to announce breaking news on Damar Hamlin. Caught off guard, likely due to emotion, Junior could not reach the lows required. I actually remember this required by his host, and instead elected to take a back seat for the rest of the pick. When you asked if they've lost faith in their bearded hero, many fans stood by the wisecracking Bears fans saying absolutely not. If anything, maybe this slip-up will save some for the rest of us because that purple zip was clean As fuck for real, for real. Okay.
Thank you,
Wow.
AG.
Incredible writer. Should write a damn book. So who the hell said this?
Me.
You?
Me.
Dolphins are 3-0. I think it's Junior.
I think you told me to say it with my chest. I said it.
Yeah, they
and
kinda
then,
gave
then
it
I
away,
shut
right?
up the rest of the video.
Okay.
Some good writing right there.
I told you to say it with your
I
damn
don't want
chest.
to go.
All right, Pete, what do you got?
I think everyone's got to pick the same thing. And it's
Oh.
gonna be weird. I'm taking the Bills here.
He's
I
taking
just
the
have a-
Bills, and he
just have-
says everybody's taking
I
the
just
same.
have a feeling it's like one of those where it's like the Dolphins are 3-0 and they're like the best team in the
You're a
league
wife beater
right now. But everyone's
cracking
gonna end up
up.
going with the Bills. I just have a feeling that's what's going to happen. But I think they'll split and end up splitting in the season. But
Good
I
old
think the
division
Dolphins really have
split.
played.
Are you cheating? Are you looking at Yeller's picks?
I did look at it. It's right in front of me.
I don't know. It's cheating. Are you cheating again? Okay.
Here we
Wow,
go.
Pete
Got one.
Pete's on the board.
Got one.
Pete's on the board.
Pete is on the board. We did not expect it. 20. No, is that the one we just did?
Mike
Yeah, it's the one we
Pizza.
just did. Week 16,
These ones are so. These
2021.
The Detroit Lions came into this game on an absolute heater, winning 2 of the last 3 games, only 2 wins of the season to that point. And coming off a Week 15 upset of the 10-3 Arizona Cardinals at home. Cardinals came in as a 13-point favorite and left with a suitcase full of new Xbox controllers for Kyler. The Falcons' up-and-down season would continue with the win, bouncing back from a 31-13 loss in San Francisco in Week 15. I love that.
I love this kid.
Yeah,
I love
this is
this
good
kid
stuff.
so much.
Why is he a kid? Quote.
Everyone's
I'm going to go with the Lions because I can. I'm a man of God, and God damn it, they're going to win. This is Danny.
100%. Like, it's just 100%.
This is definitely
I'm a
Danny.
man of God.
This is-
That's just gave it away.
This is 100%.
Oh, my God.
Nobody else would say this but Dan.
watch it be you.
No. This is Dan.
Wild thing. I'm going to go with the Lions because I can. I'm a man of God, and God damn it, they're going to win.
All right. All right.
What a quote.
Okay. All right.
I'm
I'm
an
an
all-timer.
Falcons at home.
You did. Dan
Hey, I
speaks
did.
to the
I did.
kid.
No, I don't. I
That's-
did speak to Dan, and he's been watching all these videos. He's been cracking up and laughing at these
Very good.
at this
That's
part.
an
so
elite Dan quote
it's
right
good
there.
stuff.
Absolute elite Dan quote.
Dan versus Dan Quinn, who wins in a fight?
Oh, Dan. Because he's a
Dan.
man of God, and God damn it, he would win the fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, okay.
God would be on his side in that fight.
100%.
We got one more, right? Here we go.
Bye week.
We got a couple quotes. Week 9, 2024, bye weeks. Niners and the Steelers. The Niners were 4-4. The Steelers were 6-2. First quote. Oh, I thought you were gonna say that Brock Purdy was totally num.
I think that's you.
I think you said something, or somebody said something, and I said This was this year. Wow.
Remember, was this the was this after the Halloween? Was this after the Halloween one where we did like the nums?
Oh, that might
This
be.
is good stuff.
Might be.
I thought you were going to say that Brock Purdy was totally num.
Oh,
I said
my
that
God.
talking to somebody else. I
It's
don't
good
know.
Stuff.
I don't remember
Probably
who it was.
me. I probably I don't know.
Here's the quote. I'll eat the poop. I'll eat it. It's good in stuff. Like when you break it up and put it in stuff, but like by itself, this is definitely with like the Halloween candy.
This is Junior.
No,
No?
it's you.
It's
You
me.
did the Halloween candy. You did the Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Oh
Tears.
yeah, this is true.
You're like, I'll eat the poop. I'll eat it. It's good and stuff.
Well, you were talking about the candy.
Oh,
by itself,
I
not like
gotcha.
poop by
This
itself.
is me.
It threw me
That's-
off at second, but
The Brock Purdy one's you,
yeah.
and then the second one is me. Yeah, that's you guys are. You guys
Brock
got it.
Purdy's so nom.
Some num num. You just like saying num num. You're just.
Illinois homeowners.
Don't get her on.
She's not on the
camera.
screen. She's not on the screen. We're going through an ad.
Countless home.
Faith and Niners. I think.
Oh,
they're-
I thought you were going to say that Brock Purdy was totally num.
Oh, you blew it already. I was gonna say Nick Bosa was num num, but that's good.
All right.
That is good stuff.
Okay.
I'll eat the poop.
You'll eat it.
I'll eat it. It's
Hirsch?
good. It's good in stuff, like when you break it up and put it in stuff. But like by itself,
Hershey Squirts.
Okay,
What
that
was
makes,
he
that
talking
makes
about,
that best
though?
there. That makes more sense.
What were you talking about, Hershey?
Whatever
What
was
was-
before that.
what was
I
that?
don't know.
What were you talking about?
Heath, I think, right? Was that what it was?
think so.
Heath
Something
Bar?
something like that. Wow, that was good.
Heath.
That was a
Miller.
good couple of them. The Dan
Heath.
quote was elite.
Phil Heath.
Shout out to our guy AG for the hard work and all the writing, the typing, the thinking, the searching that he does, and the idea. Absolutely absurd, elite work by AG.
Elite.
Goat
You
House
know what we're gonna
legend.
need from AG when we do our postseason postseason like awards and stuff. I want you to write me something. I'm gonna give the speech as to why you should be in the Hall of Fame, and I'll read it like I am you.
The Goat House Hall of Fame.
Right.
You're
This is
saying
going
age?
to be like when you go to college, you write a little letter. Like, I want you to give us a letter as to why we should put you in the Hall of Fame. And I want it. I'll perform it as you. I'll read it. I'll get in character. I'll do it.
Get in character.
You'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I need that.
He's got some zingers in there.
He's a funny guy.
He's good. He sneaks some zingers in there.
Don't let anyone tell you anything different, AG. You're a funny guy.
And I saw you commented that.
Bears are hiring Mike McCarthy as their head
Stop
coach.
it.
I'm kidding.
Stop it.
Got him.
But you got to prepare yourself.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
No,
You gotta
stop
prepare.
it.
You gotta
prepare
prepare
yourself.
I got a funny zinger that happened.
All right, let's hear
So
it.
I was at the store and I got these new pants. I'm actually wearing them right now. And
Nice pants.
nice pants, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I tried them on. I was like, man, these fit so nice. And
Looks like they're water resistant.
yeah, they're nice, little stretchy material.
Yeah, nice.
So here,
Maybe
you
you
guys can
stand,
see
I'll
'em.
say maybe you should stand
Yeah,
up.
here you guys can see them. Look at these things. Oh, you
Give
can't
us a
even-
little
I'm
spin.
the wrong way. Here you go.
Give us a little spin on the catwalk.
Yeah, I don't
On
want
the
to
catwalk?
show my tush.
Oh.
Tush.
Uh,
Push. How much you squat?
Yeah, not great. I just kettlebell swings, that kind of stuff. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I got these pants, and you can always like either print the receipt, email the receipt. I'm saving the trees. Email it to me. Don't worry about it. Later on in the week, I was like just going through my email, and I saw the receipt, and I went to look through it. These are women's pants. They fit so great. I love them. They're women's pants.
This is a Michael Scott moment.
That's so
And
funny.
I once finding it out, I still wear them. I still wear them, and I was like, and I even
They
have
fit.
searched.
I mean, if they fit, right? I mean,
I've
it's-
searched for similar pants to get different colors, so now I'm searching women's pants.
Women's pants.
They fit great.
You're trying to wear women's panties over here? Or is that what you're doing?
Pants. and like the second I had to like take a double look, and I was like, wait a second. Wait, no, that's the pant. Like that's the pants. They're women's pants.
I wonder when you bought them at the store, like the cashier was like,
No, he's buying them for someone.
"Yeah, do you think like you were buying them for you, or did maybe
They were in the men's section.
Was it a guy or was it a girl that was doing?
It was a
the-
girl.
Yeah, I wonder if she was like, I wonder if he's buying these for someone, or if like
She
he
didn't
thinks
care.
if he thinks these are.
She didn't
pants,
even think
bro.
about it.
They
I
don't
know.
care. They just ring it up and you're on your way. And
True.
I can't believe it. I'm still to this day. I'm just like, no, maybe the tag on it was just wrong. But no, they're definitely women's pants. They're pretty
Did
snug
you find
around
them?
the
Did you
tuchus.
find them online?
No, I was in the place.
I'm saying, you said you were trying to.
Yeah, I found them online. They are women's
okay,
pants.
so you
yeah.
confirmed.
all right,
Whatever.
Did you order more in
No, not
different
yet.
colors?
Not yet,
Not yet. That's the
random question. If you guys were done with that,
Yeah,
story.
go ahead. Yeah.
What's the best sounding fart in your opinion? Yeah, oh my God! I knew you were gonna answer that. This is the best sounding. I walk into the bathroom at the gym and I'm just taking a piss, and I thought no one was in there. All of a sudden, I heard. I can't even do it good.
Did it have a nice echo in the bowl?
It did. It had a big time echo. It was very loud, but it was.
Those are the best when they're like surprising. You ever just like shock yourself with the farts?
Yeah, sometimes.
Shock yourself?
Like with like the like you
Like,
don't
that's
think
not what you
it's-
expected.
Yeah.
It to be.
Whoa! What was that?
You're just like, whoa.
What is that?
Sometimes
Was that
I'll
me?
flinch just because like I didn't expect it.
Look like
at
a
all.
dog when a dog farts. He's like, "Is that me? Is that my ass?"
Yeah. How do they not know?
They just don't know what it is.
Are
Okay.
are dogs smarter
You
than
guys just don't go.
babies?
Or what?
Dogs smarter than babies?
I think so.
Yeah,
Babies are pretty dumb and no one talks about it.
they're pretty dumb.
They're not developed.
Nobody talks about it enough.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it enough.
yeah,
Something needs to be talked about.
They're
more.
raw prospects. You know,
Definitely raw
Raw.
prospects.
they need to be developed. They need to be in a good system.
God develop them. Their heads all squishy at first, and we got. Is that maybe that's part of it?
Their head is squishy at first.
Is that that's a thing, right?
Is that when they wear the helmet?
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this Bills Ravens game, and then I'm ready for some East West Shrine and some Senior Bowl action.
Oh yeah, Senior
what I'm
Bowl
ready for.
roster's loaded. I'm already through the film on the running backs. I mean, there's more to watch. I can always watch more.
What are your thoughts on Dylan Sampson?
Dylan Sampson, very explosive. He fumbles a little bit.
He did start to fumble all of a sudden.
Yeah, he had even though he wasn't the full-time back last year, he actually put the ball on the ground. I can't remember if he actually lost it last year, but yeah, he had some fumbles this year. He's super explosive though, and he's got pretty good contact balance. He's a guy you really, really, really want to love, but at the same time, the fumbles, I'm not too worried about that though. Guys are cleaning that up these days. Back in the day, it was like if you're a fumbler, you're always a fumbler. Some coaches are doing a great job these days, but the Tennessee, almost the Titans, the Files guys are a little tricky because they spread the defense out so much.
They do.
I mean, it's just wide open lanes sometimes, but he's very explosive. I think I got Genty. Genty's in that elite category, but I guess for some reason he was down on his as a pass catcher this year, so teams probably don't love that. But last year he was incredible, so I don't know if they're that worried about it. He's got a lot of wear on him, but Genty's kind of an elite running back prospect. He's insane. And then you have guys that could. There's two guys to me that either can sneak in the end of the first or they're probably going to go early second, and that's Omarion Hampton from North Carolina. Big, physical, violent, pretty fast for his side, pretty freaky. Sometimes will hesitate. That's really his only flaw. If he didn't really have that, sometimes he's a little too patient. If he didn't have that, he'd easily be in the first round. Then you have, with the tier of him, I'm going to make a video on this pretty soon, but Caleb Johnson from Iowa, he's this very safe pick. You know what you're going to get. He sees the hole. He hits the hole. He's got some power. He's got some pretty good straight line speed for that power. His problem is what I was a little surprised about watching tape. He was a little faster than I thought, but he's mainly just a straight line guy, actually. Like, if he's running straight after he's already got past the hole, he's really not going to cut, and his lateral movement actually isn't there. Like, he's not going to cut and juke you out. He's going to just bank on running straight, and if he runs out of bounds while doing that, if he gets knocked out, he's good with it. But he kind of has a cap on his ceiling where he's not going to be as Saquon Barkley, just like throwing guys, like, just juking them out of their jock straps or jumping over them constantly. But he's a very safe pick. Yeah, it's true. But I'm kind of getting used to watching Jeremiah Love right now too. Jeremiah Love's better than all these prospects, and he's not in this draft yet. So unfortunately, but
I was about to say he's like a Derrick Henry because he's more of like a straight line guy, but no one's like Derrick Henry. So
Ollie Gordon is kind of built like Derrick Henry. I mean, he's nowhere near Derrick Henry though. He's probably he's a day 3 guy, but he's super long. He's almost too long he's too lanky for his own good. I think he runs kind of high. I think he was in the wrong scheme with Oklahoma State. I actually think he's more of an outside zone guy for how big he is. He's a pretty good pass catcher. He'll hurdle you, but sometimes he's really patient. And he's kind of slow getting through that hole, but back on track here. People getting a sneak peek here. I could talk about this stuff all day. So those two guys are on their own tier. I think they could sneak in the end of the first, but probably early 2 guys. And that next tier, the next tier is I like Jaden Blue from Texas. He's split with Wisner, and it seemed like they liked Wisner more. Blue is pretty underrated. Like, they didn't use him enough. And he had some games where he got, like, they kind of quit on him. He got, like, 5 carries for just a handful of yards, like 5 yards or something, and they quit on him. But, man, he's explosive as shit. So I'm surprised he's not being talked about enough. I think he's in that next conversation. Like, he could go second round. I think he's a lock to go day 2. I think Judkins from Ohio State's right there. I think another pretty safe pick. Not going to be super wow, but he's going to hit the hole. He's pretty explosive. He's really good around the goal line. And you have Scadaboo right there where he's got a lot of wear on him. He's not going to burn anybody. That's kind of his problem, but he sees the hole. He's very physical. He's a really good pass catcher, actually, too. And then just behind those guys, you got Travion Henderson's the other Ohio State running back. I want to like him so much more because he is insanely explosive. He will burn you. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. His explosiveness, if you just grade him off the explosive ability, he's at the top. Like, he's number 1. But his vision is very much lacking at times. Like, usually it's after the hole though. He'll have like wide open lane, and for some reason he'll bounce into contact or just go look for another lane, and that stuff like that drives me nuts. So it's like the explosiveness makes me out of my seat, but then that vision stuff's like, God, why are you doing that? So boom or bust type running back. He also has multiple foot injuries in his career, so that plays a part. So I think Judkins is a much safer pick. Henderson, for out of the Ohio State backs, Henderson's much more explosive. Him and Sampson are kind of in the same tier. They're right there after those other couple of the guys that I'm saying day 2 locks. I think Sampson, Henderson, and
Who's better, Sampson or Jalen Wright?
I think Jalen Wright's better.
Dolphins didn't.
Yeah, maybe if it
didn't
wasn't.
use him enough.
Yeah, when he played, he looked pretty good though. If it wasn't for the fumbles though, maybe it's pretty dead even.
Sampson had a better season.
Yeah.
Like college career.
I do like Sampson. It's just so hard to tell because it's just sometimes with them, just because it's so wide open. Sometimes he gets the ball and it's like a huge
They're
lane.
pretty similar, I think. I think Wright's a little bit more explosive though.
Yeah, so those guys are in.
Did you see
the,
Jeremiah? Jeremiah said. I think he said. Didn't he say Matthew Golden is his top receiver?
He's in the conversation. Yeah, I put him in the first round last week, and people were like, "He's more of a second round guy." Like, no, he's a first round guy. He gets open. He's a good separator. And then the other running back, I had one more running back in the conversation with Sampson and Henderson around, and not really right there with Scadaboo, Judkins, Blue. They're all kind of in the same range, and that is Jordan James from Oregon. I think he's not going to wow a lot of people. He's not going to run. He might get caught from behind. He's not going to run by anybody. But, man, another guy that sees the hole, hits it. When the hole isn't there, he'll find a hole, too. He's got incredible contact balance. He's really good at getting in the end zone. Bucky's better. Bucky's definitely – I liked Bucky a lot last year. I thought I was higher on him than most people. I'm kind of regretting not even being higher. He's insane. He's the best running back in the class.
Insane,
yeah. Super explosive. Jordan James isn't nearly explosive as Bucky Irving, but he's got the contact balance. He's got really good vision. He hits the hole, too. Those Oregon guys, they see the hole, they hit it. I like it. But I don't think a lot of people are going to like James that much just because he's not super well, it's kind of like Scadaboo. Scadaboo's not that explosive, really. He's not going to burn anybody. He might get cuffed from behind. And there's some more good backs as well. There was a few guys that I was surprised they went back. Nick Singleton, I think, could have been in the conversation of early second-round pick, maybe mid to late. Jonah Coleman from Washington, I like him a lot. I thought he could have been a second-round pick, maybe early third. He went back, though. Both Penn State guys went back. We were rambling on about the running back group. There you go. You got a sneak peek. I was planning way earlier than I normally do. Let's jump on some draft prospect videos, and running backs is what I want to do first. So maybe a next week thing. I want to see the Ohio State running back duo in the national championship first to kind of decide some things. The Notre Dame running back duo or more is really, really good as well, but none of those guys are eligible for the draft. So
good for you.
Good for me. Notre Dame should be stacked next year, but we want the Natty right now, but everyone is already crowning Ohio State champions, so it might be a tough one. But that's going to wrap it up. We talked long enough. A lot of fun, though. Hanging out with the boys, talking ball. We'll be back next week for the conference championship pick'ems. They're waving goodbye in my screen. We're all here next to each other. If you didn't know that, now you know. That'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. That was a good one. That was good.